Welcome back to another episode of Tea Time, guys.
Hi, you guys. We have a very special guest today.
We're just finishing up some snacks.
And
we get into
we have a really special guest. We're very hungry today.
super hungry. Sometimes we don't get a chance to eat before we do the podcast and the cameras start rolling, so we go.
And we just want to share a delicious meal with our special guest.
Aw, thank you.
So our special guest is the one, the only motherfucking roommate Kate.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you so much for
Okay.
coming.
No, that is some energy.
I'm literally excited. I'm
Kate's
excited
literally
and
nervous.
I'm flirty. I'm nervous.
No, here's the thing. Kate gets flirty when she's nervous, and I think it's so cute. I get kind of like weird and aggressive, and you
Okay,
just
yeah.
get
I feel like you get flirty.
really.
Yeah,
get
kinda
flirty.
shy and flirty.
Okay, not the dead tone.
You-
You get flirty.
Okay, so
Because you do.
this is an exciting episode because guess what? We're welcoming Kate, and even
Yeah.
though you just said that, we're saying it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because here's the thing: we love Kate.
Aw.
we love Kate. Kate, you have been an amazing. The bar was really high for Miss Grilled Cheese.
It was.
And we had a bonding moment in the car the other day when we went to this party, and I was like, Kate, honestly, I didn't think you were gonna I just didn't see a world where you could live up to Miss Grilled Cheese, and you honestly have.
I was so nervous because you guys were so close with her, and it's been the best experience of my life living with you guys.
Oh my
if
God,
I can be
stop.
real.
And she's honestly done Molly, so that's pretty crazy.
And honestly, that's just the truth.
And honestly, it's real. And we've talked about your ex, Mr. Skids, on here.
No.
And now you're on. So it's like we talked about Mr. Skids,
Right.
and now we have Mrs. Well, not
Well,
Mrs.
Miss
anymore,
X
but
Now we're both single.
we are both single.
Yeah, we are.
okay, have
literally.
fun.
Are we gonna be slutty?
Yeah,
Okay.
literally.
Okay, have
I'm gonna
fun.
fuck your friend Travis. What's his name?
Oh, Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
He likes big
Who's
tits.
Tyler? Oh, Tyler.
Tyler.
I don't know.
Tyler. Okay, and he listens to this podcast. So guess
Oh,
what,
does he?
Tyler?
Okay.
Tyler, slide in.
Tyler,
and I'm
I guess
screaming.
what Harper's gonna fuck you. I guess.
Yeah.
I'm
Kate-
gay, but I just want to say one thing. I am gay, and I just want everyone to know that.
100%.
But I can do it for the bit.
Okay.
Well, I
okay,
don't
for the
know.
bit, that'd be fun.
Maybe not for the summer, but for the bit. But
Oh,
here's
you're
the thing.
30 now, so you are old enough for our friend Tyler, who only dates women that are 30-year-olds and
And up.
older. Yeah.
Mhm.
Next Evo is the best CBD brand we have literally ever heard of. It helps
Mhm.
you sleep. It helps you de-stress. Next Evo is the most clinically studied brand on the market, honey.
Yes.
Plus, it's fast acting. Don't believe us? That's literally on you.
You know what? Because I'm waking up feeling more refreshed. You could say that I'm sleeping better. I'm feeling less stressed. I'm feeling more creative. And you know what? All around, I have more peace of mind. Who doesn't want that?
Literally, I can tell. And also,
Thank
here's the
you.
gag. Here's what it is. Here's what it isn't. Next Evo tests products multiple times, so this shit isn't whack, honey.
Mhm.
No bums around here. Only Next Evo uses Smart Sorb CBD, proven to have 30 times better absorption in the first 30 minutes and 4 times the overall absorption as other products. And Next Evo does its research as demonstrated
Yeah.
by 4 clinical trials, as well as trials. No other CBD brand comes close. They're fucked up. Next Evo covers variety of CBD needs, stress relief, better sleep, or to boost your daily wellness, honey.
All the things I said, that's why I feel so good right now.
No, like literally you're glowing.
Glowing. Thank you.
Glowing.
And you know what? What you can do is you can upgrade your CBD. You're going to go to nextevo.com/teatime to get 20% off your first order of $40 or more. It's 20% off your first order. That's 20% off $40 or more at nextevo.com. nextevo.com/teatime.
You heard it here first and last. Now, here's the
Yeah.
thing. Because Kate's on today, we had asked people on the Instagram, for the Tea Time Instagram, to send in questions.
So we thought it'd be fun to do a little
Okay.
introduction with Kate via questions that our listeners have sent her. Honk, do you want to
Okay.
start or do you want me to start?
I want you to start.
Okay, so this one's from a listener. Male strap on, yes or no? You would fuck a guy with a strap on, yes or no?
Would I fuck a guy with a strap on?
Again.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it wasn't a strap on.
Okay, so do you want to tell the story of what you did?
Literally,
eyes.
'Cause before we started, we said, "Is there anything you don't want to talk about?" And little did you know,
and
we
I
were
was
gonna ask
so
you
scared that this was gonna be brought up.
Well, guess what? Here it is.
I was drinking at the time. I don't drink anymore, but I met this guy at the club, and he was like a really hot guy. He worked in finance. He was like tall. He was a former football player. He was like, "Do you want to go home with me?" I can't believe I'm telling a story. And I was like, "Okay." So we go home and we're like smooching or whatever. And then he stops and he looks at me and then goes into his drawer and takes out this giant
No.
purple dildo.
No.
That would be
Okay.
like big for a vagina.
No,
Mhm.
And I was like, and he was like, "Will you fuck me with this?"
I can't.
And I was like,
Wow.
I was really drunk and I don't remember a lot of it.
But you did.
Well, I was like bend over.
Oh,
And
But you didn't strap it on. You were just
no.
you were just
and
holding
the
it
craziest
and-
part
Okay.
is that it went in with no lube.
No, No.
With no lube.
Because he's done this a million
Kate,
times.
that's not the craziest part. The craziest part is that you didn't strap that on. I'm sorry.
You know,
I love that.
it's so funny because she's just like
Are you, like,
sitting there with
feeding
like
a
a
carrot-
strong arm, just like
Feeding a
like
carrot
water
to a
polo
donkey,
player.
or like
yeah.
you're juicing celery.
Oh, you like that big boy? It's just fucking in and out.
Yeah, I didn't like it though. So no,
Did he come from it?
he couldn't get hard without it inside of him.
Okay, and now I'm screaming.
And
okay,
it's pride.
so the answer is you've done it and you wouldn't do it
I
again.
wouldn't do it again.
Okay, now here's the thing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Now here's a really important one.
Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill. Your mom, your dad, and Lee.
And that's a really good one.
Oh
And you have
my
to answer it.
God.
Yeah. Fuck, marry, kill. Mom, dad, Lee. Go.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Go.
fuck. I would have to. Do I actually have to answer this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be fucking boring, Kate.
I can't. Okay. Well,
Because if
I
you don't,
think-
we're gonna start fingering you on camera.
Yeah,
Sorry
I mean, I'm
about
gonna go get out Lee's purple dildo.
that. Yeah.
I feel like I have to kill Lee.
Whoa.
Well, it's my family.
So who are you fucking?
Yo.
Mom and then marry dad, or marry mom, fuck dad?
Yeah.
I guess
right.
I'll marry my dad.
Fuck your
Okay.
mom.
And then you're getting in your mom's muff.
Okay. I can't.
45 minutes.
What's so
minimum.
crazy
I
is that you
literally need to
live with
leave.
us. What's crazy is that you live with us and you hear us do this shit all the time.
I know, but just
And then now
like
you're acting like
but
you're
well,
like,
the first time I met you guys, Gabby was like, "All right, would you rather suck off your dad or eat out your mom?" And I was like,
Yeah.
should I leave?
no. And then when
Should I
you
leave
first
LA?
on the
Okay.
day you moved in, we knew it was going to be a hit because we all were talking about the types of vaginas that we have.
Right.
And then
it was
like the
true.
I
perfect
forgot
ma-
about that.
Yeah, on your bed.
Okay.
Sisterhood of the Traveling
So
Pants.
sorry,
Style.
Lee. I guess your dad.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lee's dad.
You got it though.
It's okay.
No hard
Okay,
feelings.
read another one.
No.
Okay. Well, it's funny because we've gotten at least 4 or 5 different pegging questions.
Oh my god.
Has she ever pegged
Do
anybody?
I give off that energy?
I guess the fuck so. I mean, the fact that you went home with a guy, I've never gone home with a guy who's
Ever?
like,
Oh.
who pulls out a dildo and he goes, "Hey, will you fuck me with this?"
It was
so there was something
crazy.
about
It was crazy. First time ever hooking up.
that is
Whoa.
really
That's
wild.
crazy.
Okay,
Well, maybe he's trying to get closure from this. Okay.
so would she rather eat a freshly aborted fetus or have a child of her own?
Freshly aborted fetus.
Yeah, because you do
Any
not
day
want
of the
to have
week.
kids.
I
Okay,
don't
well.
want kids.
You would really you'd rather like pop it in, like
Yeah.
a vitamin.
Yeah.
Great, easy.
Kate's a baddie and she doesn't. Yeah,
Easy.
you wouldn't shy away from that. Now
Yeah,
here's
no,
one.
That was easy.
What would you let Trevor Noah do to you?
Okay.
Would you if he was like, "I need you to peg me"? Would you do it?
Yeah. Well, I almost hooked up with him.
Oh my God! Now that's the tea.
And no, I did.
Okay.
No, you
In
didn't.
New York?
Okay, no, I didn't.
Oh, you mean when you saw him at work and you waved at him?
No, I saw him at work and I like had to put gloves on him
Oh right.
for like, cause I was like assisting a stylist. And when I put the glove on him, he like didn't acknowledge me, but I touched his hand.
Okay, so you guys did
Okay, so he
almost
kind
hook
of
up.
fingered you. Trevor Noah
So
fingered
when
you.
you think about it,
You guys dated.
yeah. I feel like he like felt something but didn't want to acknowledge it.
I so see that.
Okay, yeah.
100% see
Wow.
that.
So
Well, he dated Dua Lipa, and you guys have similar vibes. So
okay,
That's really
stop. Okay.
Okay. Wow.
now here's the thing. Someone asked 47 questions.
There are a lot of
Stop.
very specific questions in here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Matt Legrand said, if you could have sex with any gay guy, who would it be and why?
Okay, not him.
Screaming.
Like a famous gay guy?
Yeah.
I guess like Andy Cohen.
I think you're gonna say James Corden. Okay.
And also him.
And
Okay,
him.
dude, she got so many fucking strap-on questions.
I know.
Okay.
Okay. Not
Like,
everyone knowing your
I only-
business.
I've never done that.
This is
No
crazy.
shame to those that do.
No, literally, because don't get canceled. But
Because-
you already are. But okay.
Everybody just wants you to do it to them.
I guess
That
I
is-
would give
that
up
is a
dom
kink.
energy. Okay, I like that.
What advice would you give your younger self?
Okay, that's cute.
That is cute.
Don't be afraid of the strap-ons.
Don't be afraid of the strap-ons. Like how young?
6 months
good.
old.
6 months old. Just that like
Last week.
it gets better and the way you look is the least interesting thing about you.
That is good advice.
That's really good advice, Kate.
So I grew up like really bullied for the way I look because I was like this tall and like overweight in 6th grade. So I start crying.
Okay.
and-
No, but I've seen pictures of you from 6th grade, and you're very kidnappable.
Mm,
Was she?
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, she's
thanks.
had-
Yeah,
She
because
has
we showed it to
dimples.
Eli too, and Eli was like foaming.
He licked his lips.
Okay, so-
yeah.
Is Eli like into me?
Find out on Patreon.
Okay.
Find out on Patreon.
There's some more good ones in here, huh?
Yeah, we've got one from somebody that you may know who also wants to
God.
have sex with Harper.
I'm screaming.
Why does she still use condoms for blowjobs?
Kate,
Guys,
Kate, you are wild.
I don't know why people shame me for doing that. I just spit into the mic. I don't know why people shame me for doing that. Like, I'm being safe. Like, I should be shaming you guys.
She
for
sucks
not
off guys
doing that.
with condoms.
It
on.
was one time, and I didn't know if he was safe or not. He was like, I haven't gotten tested in a while, so why wouldn't I?
Here's the thing. Don't
the way
let
this comes up all of the time.
It does, and I'm taking a stand.
No,
'cause
you
I'm
know
mad.
what? Don't let Gabby and I shame you just because you have higher self-esteem and better self-worth than we
That's so
do.
true.
Because a guy could have a fucking like wart on his, and
Yeah.
then we'd be like, "Oh, we'll get it off." Like it's like, no, you have some grace and decorum.
A guy
Not
could
about to
tell me
take
that
the
he
risk.
freshly got diagnosed with HIV, and I'd be like, I probably
And
won't
you'd
get
suck
it.
him
And you're like,
off
I bet it'll come
without a
out
condom on.
without a condom.
without a condom.
You can shame me all you want.
She's
I
not
literally
getting
like
HIV, though.
women, and I'll hook
And
up
that's
with
for
men.
sure.
Well, someone is asking, what kind of guys are you into? / how do you feel about short kings?
The kind of guys I'm into, such a good question because it's just a range. My
Mhm.
ex is 5'7", so I don't
And
have
57. So that's kind of crazy.
That is so true.
Okay, you need to lower your voice immediately.
Oh my god.
He is on the elderly side, and that's fine. But yeah, I like short kings, and I don't have a type. Just like make me laugh, and don't only talk about yourself. The bar is so low.
Yeah.
But make me laugh, ask me a question, and
Maybe 2 if you're feeling kind of giving.
maybe 2.
Mhm.
I don't care about like you and your buddies. Like, don't tell me a long story about it.
You don't care about
Why? It's
1992
so
and Coyotes.
fun. It's so fun when guys talk about their friends.
Don't
Yeah.
don't
The
tell us about
sports
the
they
time you
watch.
did
Yeah.
acid.
Right.
Don't leave skid marks on the toilet. And then I think
I'm
you
begging.
should be good.
Yeah, I'm literally
Because at this
begging.
point we're begging.
Yeah. So I hope that
Literally.
answers that question.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
So I guess those are our.
Well, one more.
Oh, please, yeah.
Have you eaten a guy's butthole?
No.
Good question. Would you
Never-
do it?
And I never would. And I literally never would.
Okay.
And if that is a problem, I don't know what to say, but it's just not something I'm interested in.
okay.
But no shame to those that do.
Well, you just
You
shamed
would
the
not-
entire
You don't have
community.
to keep saying that.
Here's
You
the
really
thing. I
don't.
don't feel like you're really internalizing what podcast you're on.
I
We
know.
don't
True.
have advertisers for a reason.
Right.
Hey.
That is so true.
Now here's the
true.
thing. I'm ready to start us off. And
Go ahead, honk.
then we can kind of pop our bussies and pussies.
Kate is also going to come over to our Patreon episode
my
after
God,
this,
yes.
where we have some other crazy things. So if you guys want to catch her there for crazier things, see you on Patreon. So today's catfishing. We
oh yeah, we didn't even say that. So it's catfishing.
I
Oh
love
wait,
that.
Kate, have you ever catfished?
Or been catfished.
Have I catfished? No. Have I been catfished?
That you know of.
Like, he wasn't cute, but that's not interesting. He like looked really cute online, and then in
Okay.
person he was not cute, and he was blackout drunk.
Okay, I
Oh,
love that.
So king on king on
So
king.
Okay,
love
so
him.
a catfish.
Yeah, but
for
it's nothing
sure.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think they were old pictures?
They were old pictures. It was like him like modeling, and when he was 20 and he was like 40.
Oh,
Okay, so
Yeah.
he did a bit of a catfish.
It was a bit of a catfish.
that's a crayfish.
And he
okay.
only talked about himself, which I loved.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my
It's so much fun
God.
when guys do that.
No,
Yeah.
because when I go on a date, I'm not real. I'm just
Don't get
there
to
to kind
know
of get
me.
your life story.
Yeah.
I want to bring podcast equipment. Let's lay it down.
Right.
Let me
So
just
true.
re-listen to that.
Lee,
Okay.
have you catfished?
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Have you been catfished?
Not
Yeah.
that I know of.
You
I don't
have-
think so.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't really do much online.
But here's the thing.
Oh, screaming.
Gabby and I have both been. Okay, have you been catfished?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I've never like met up with anybody that I talked to online and like was catfished by them. I have catfished.
Oh, I've catfished exclusively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Big time.
Oh, I started. God, I don't even know if I should say it, but yeah, no, I've definitely dabbled.
So like to get money?
Kate,
No.
I wish. No, this was just to get laughs. This was
Okay.
purely for just for my entertainment. I wasn't on a grind mode.
Okay.
No, I would like make fake Facebooks all the time. I would prank call. I signed my mom up for a date. Like my mom and my dad were always fighting, and so I signed her up for a dating website, and I would message guys as her, and then she found out, she got mad, and she was like,
Right.
"Get me off of there!" And I was like, "Okay, you're killing, but
right.
as you wish." And that's really that.
Yeah. I did it to my brothers on my brother's like 8 a.m. when I was in middle school. He would leave it open and I would go on there and I would pretend I was him and start flirting with all the girls.
Did it work?
It did work until he found out it was me and he was like, get the fuck off of my AIM.
Whoa.
And then one of his girlfriends messaged me in all caps. I remember her being like, I found out that this isn't Austin. Whoever this is, get out of here, you fucking freak. And I was like, okay, I'm literally an 11-year-old girl.
Yeah,
but
relax.
And you're
I
like,
just
okay,
wanted to
you're
talk
the one
about
that sent
Avril
me,
Lavigne.
you described your pussy, but okay.
Right.
And I'm the
I
freak. but okay.
just wanted to talk about Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Sorry for trying to make female friends.
Well, I've never done that to a family member.
Okay, well, if you're boring, just say
Should I
that.
do
but-
it?
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the first story. Catfished by my parents. Hello, Gabby, Harper-Rose, and Lee, and Kate. Y'all can read the names in this. I changed them. Finally, you guys finally got, okay, people were writing it. Okay, I can't. But anyways, they had to get it together.
Yeah.
Picture this. It's 2010. I'm 11 years old and living my best life with my laptop my parents gifted me for getting straight A's in the 5th grade. I'm going bananas mode on all the mini game websites, having a ball. I'm deep into neopets.com, gathering little critters and chatting with online friends. I'm chatting by email with my boyfriend who lives across the street. We barely talk in person, but I'm in love. I noticed a strange email pop into my inbox. The address is stealthyplayer69@gmail.com.
Not 69.
69. It's a classic. I recognize this email address because it has the same username as one of my online Neopet friends. I open the email. It reads, "Hi, Sammy. I love you so much. I'm coming to visit you today. Don't tell your parents. It's a secret."
No.
As a kid who frequently watched the investigative Discovery Channel, mostly the true crime murder shows, I am freaking out. It's happening. I'm going to get kidnapped and murdered today. I get another email. "Look outside. I'm waiting for you in the van. Come out." I peek out my living room window, and sure enough, there is a white kidnapper van parked across the street.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck. This is it. I start sobbing, and I show my parents the emails, and I'm saying we need to call the police. I am frantic. They act confused. What is this? It sounds like you know this person. What's going on? I explain to them that this is one of my Neopet friends online. I'm very shameful because I know it's wrong to chat with strangers online. After spilling my guts, my parents' faces take a strange, smug demeanor. This is why you don't message strangers online.
Okay,
that's sick.
No.
Can we just help the kid out, please?
That's sick.
I'm confused as to why they're not concerned anymore. Aren't I about to get kidnapped by a scary man outside? My parents explained to me that they made that email address to teach me a lesson about online safety.
No.
The white van was an electrician guy helping my neighbors across the street, not a man about to kidnap me. Then they take my laptop away and ground me.
No.
Not sure that the online safety lesson stuck because I was flashing pervs on Omegle a few years later.
Oh my God.
Anyway, don't catfish your kids. It's fucked up. My parents laugh about this fun joke.
It's not fun.
No, it's not.
That's
no.
deranged.
No, it's like
haunting.
That is so fucked.
the mom from Arrested Development, how she's like, "Oh, we got to teach a lesson instead of actually parenting." I'm still salty that they did it. Couldn't they have just sat me down and had a normal conversation about online safety? No, they had to make a whole goddamn scheme. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Sincerely, a trust issued riddled honker.
That
is crazy.
unhinged.
That's kind of a beautiful example of what in God's green fuck not to do.
It really is.
Okay, and not the fucking not like the fucking van, and not you making a 69.
Sick. What is wrong with you? Did we not talk about yesterday how overprotective parents raise the most fucked up kids?
Oh yeah,
so
they
true.
really do.
Like
so
your
fucking
kid is
true.
fucked if you're acting like that.
Literally.
Yeah,
You're sick.
Yeah, you
I'm mad.
fuck up kids by doing that kind of
Yeah.
shit.
Yes,
Not
it's perverse.
It is.
It's literally
and it's also,
perverted.
It's emotional incest too when you get that controlling and that like let them be a
What?
and it
Dude,
goes
and then
back-
to ground them on top of that, like that's so
and she came to you.
manipulative.
She literally came to you the second it was creepy. I mean, I used to talk to people all the time on Club Penguin.
Oh, me too.
Girl,
okay,
got
what the
so
hell
horny.
is Club Penguin?
Okay, if you're fucking lame, just say that.
Okay,
but no,
literally, I
yeah,
loved
literally,
Club
and we're
Penguin.
over it. No,
Okay.
Club Penguin, you did?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was obsessed.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're playing it when we get home.
Okay.
I
can't
also
wait.
have never heard of Club Penguin.
Okay, yes, you have.
That's because
No, I
you and I
haven't.
were the real ones in those really dark chat rooms.
Yeah, you were.
Here's the
you
thing.
did chat roulette.
I'm a
Literally,
verse,
yeah.
and I was on it all, sweetie.
I was in the
If there was
AOL
somewhere to
ones.
chat, I was fucking on it.
I know that's
The
right.
way that it was so easy to just prey on children.
I
back
know.
Oh my God.
I don't know
just
how I wasn't
know.
kidnapped.
How did you
I was so
You
stupid.
just go into
Is
a
it kind
chat
of
room.
insulting that no one in this room was kidnapped?
Yeah.
Kind of is. And I would run around naked in my front yard until I was like 11.
Okay.
And that's
11.
not a try
very
hard.
old.
Yeah.
I was. In fact,
11.
this is so fucking true. And I remember this because I was so flat chested. Nobody, and my mom was just like, who cares? Like, go be free. And so I would run around like naked in my front yard till I was seriously way too old. Like probably 10.
Last year.
Like last year.
Yeah.
And I remember I was running around like shirtless. I was like 10 or 11. And this car drove by and screamed out at me, put a fucking shirt on.
Oh my God.
That's how much they didn't want to kidnap me. They saw me, they got
They were
offended.
like, please go inside.
Yeah.
They're
Wow.
like, you need to get clothed.
They
Wow.
yeah, they said we can't even, you're not kidnappable.
They're like, this girl, she's not going to go easily. So
Yeah.
just never mind.
nobody wants a flat chested 10-year-old.
Well, you were
know?
like feral at that point.
yeah,
Yeah.
put a fucking shirt on.
Damn.
So mean.
That's crazy.
Okay, let's read.
Imagine, what if that was just like my parents' friends that they hired to come yell at me?
Yeah.
And it all comes full circle. Okay, so this is a long one. So get ready, guys.
Okay.
Get comfy. MySpace catfish.
Yes.
My catfish story began in MySpace. Okay, not scam likely from Crockett, California.
Love it.
My catfish story began on MySpace in 2005, right before my 18th birthday. I'm a lesbian and at the time had zero dating experience and was not out to family. So I was a late blooming nerd. A virgin for sure, Jen. Okay, when you say that, you still sound like a virgin.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would regularly send friend requests to attractive women on MySpace. And if the opportunity presented itself, I would comment on photos or send a flirty message. One day, I requested this 24-year-old cute blonde from Toronto named Lynn O'Connor, who had bi in her bio. She accepted my friend request and responded to my message. She was a little bit hard to get and had many comment bros and babes after her attention. I don't really remember what kicked off our consistent correspondence, but we started messaging daily, plus AOL instant message AIM combos most nights, sometimes until the early morning. Lynn was witty and smart and accepting of me as a person. She loved music and art and filmmaking. She claimed, so I thought, that we had a lot in common. A few months after my 18th birthday, I was just starting out a career as a set PA in the film TV industry. Had drifted away from my high school friends and was not old enough to go out with my work friends. I was also going through a really difficult time in my personal life, so I thought I may finally have found the romantic interest and friend I'd long wished for. Lynn said she was living in DC, attending Georgetown University for her master's in political science, and would soon be traveling to the Congo post-grad to volunteer and assist with their first democratic election there in a while. Okay, Lynn's giving smart. Yes, I was retarded to accept these lies as facts. I really enjoyed talking to Lynn, and I'd never had a girl show romantic interest in me before, so I chose cautious optimism. Lynn would never provide a phone number or agree to chat via webcam, text, or phone. Huge red flag.
Mm-hmm.
But I assumed she probably wouldn't do that because she was cooler than me. The way that she's gaslighting herself.
Right.
I also felt really bad pressing the issue because before Lynn was set to leave the country, she lost her mom in a really horrific, gruesome car accident. I spent many nights consoling her and talking her through dark times while her mom struggled to survive in the ICU, had her legs amputated, and eventually passed away.
I feel like on the show Catfish, this is always, it's like, oh, sorry, I can't FaceTime. My dad has no legs.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Like,
Yeah.
there's always something
That
amok.
was a tragedy.
Yes.
So the mom is now in the ICU with missing legs and dies.
Wait.
Lynn's,
Who's horny?
yeah.
Literally.
Lynn's
me.
existence also seemed legitimate based on a friend group who frequently chatted with her and engaged with posts as if they knew her IRL. One of whom was a radio DJ in Ontario who could be verified as a real-life person/account. Eventually, conversations with Lynn became emotionally draining and to a degree even affected my work life. Lynn left for the Congo and would post regular updates on the political climate out there. All of it was verifiably true, except Lynn physically being there or real at all. After almost a year of talking, a couple of Lynn's hometown Canadian friends, including the radio DJ, requested to be my friend. They were friendly, and eventually one of them asked how well I knew Lynn. I said we only knew each other online and found out that they had never met Lynn either. They were growing suspicious because Lynn was carrying on a full online relationship with the radio DJ, and when pressed on meeting up or proving her identity, Lynn claimed this whole story with her mom dying, which was suspicious timing. By late 2006, I was full on friends with these Canadians. The radio DJ would even play my requests and shout me out on the radio for her night show in Canada. That's crazy. We would share info we had about Lynn. I had even tracked Lynn's IP one night through some sketchy website, and the address was some gigantic house in the suburbs of Toronto. We shared many clues, and there was growing pressure for Lynn to prove something or lose all of us as friends. Not long after, Lynn confessed to being someone other than the blonde in the photos. She shared photos of a more plain-looking girl with brunette hair and a casual granola style. Something about it felt off. This lasted a few months before someone found out that Lynn was using another fake photo of a college student from Spain. I reached out to that girl to let her know someone had been using her images so she could report it. Attempts to reach the original Lynn photo girl were completely unsuccessful, as she was a really popular scene queen from Montreal named Victoria. Okay, so the original Lynn is this girl named Victoria, and the other one is just like some Spanish exchange student. Then came the day Lynn made her final confession. After a few weeks of silence, Lynn sent everyone a passive-aggressive, unapologetic, brief confession of her real identity and stated she was only sorry to one person, the radio DJ, who had also been MIA, completely dark, not even present on her radio show. Lynn was actually named Jim, a 50-something-year-old dad-looking motherfucker from Toronto.
Don't.
I heard from the other Canadians that Jim had been coming into the radio DJ's second job, a retail spot, regularly for months.
No.
He had become a regular and had hoped to initiate an organic connection with this poor 21-year-old, obviously with no mention that he was this Lynn persona. He had also come clean to her a week before the rest of us and had been leaving flowers and gifts for her at the radio station, her second workplace and her home. He even tried to guilt her into dating him, stating that because radio DJ was bi, if she really liked Lynn for who she was and wasn't shallow, she would give Jim a chance.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
It was, there's more.
No.
Yeah.
Please
I
no.
was truly disgusted and terrified. Not him saying, if you love Lynn, then you should love Jim because we're actually the same person.
And that's a man's logic for you.
That would work on me when I was like 19.
Okay, that's too old.
That just made-
Okay, that's
Because
embarrassing.
you're literally 20.
Okay, I take it back.
Okay, the digital footprint you just created is actually crazy. But
Oh, God. Okay, so I was truly disgusted and terrified after finding all of this out. I went into a depression and felt so stupid and gross.
Aww.
I told
Dumb.
Jim if he ever contacted me or tried anything, I would contact law enforcement and share evidence that we communicated when I was underage. Doom, doom. It was a dark few months for me, although I did eventually focus on in real life connections and my job. I ended up feeling lighter and freer without the bounds of an emotionally manipulative catfish in my life. The
Oh
way
my God.
that you spent so much time
So
with
much
this
time.
person, like, okay,
this is a whole fucking script.
dude,
Yeah,
this is
wow.
wild,
This
right?
is- It's a whole
and
movie.
It's giving
It is.
A24.
This is really good.
Maybe Lionsgate, but yeah, that is crazy.
So, okay, I caught up with the radio DJ years later. It turns out darker things went down with Jim that she would not discuss. What the fuck?
What?
So she left Canada for fear of her safety and to escape the trauma of it all. Bitch, this is honestly a movie.
This
This
is an
needs to be
HBO
a-
fucking
This is
limited series.
literally-
At this point.
She is happy with a family now in an undisclosed location. She doesn't do social media and frequently changes her contact info because Jim has found her several times.
Oh!
and attempted to contact through both real and fake accounts. I am still friends with the other Canadian who happened to just be this straight married lady who got caught up in the drama. She is a happy and successful painter. I found Jim a few years later on Facebook and blocked him.
Oh my God.
He was recently married to a woman from Spain, and he had also recently posted this online certificate from Georgetown University. Old Jim, was still on his bullshit. He must be nearing 80 now.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I managed to escape the end of my teens alive and eventually found the real deal, hot, artistic, funny, blonde woman of my dreams.
Thank God.
Hell yeah.
Cute.
That's you.
She is my
Okay.
best friend and the love of my life, and we will celebrate our 10-year anniversary this winter. She's also the one who turned me into a honk fan. Okay, that's great.
Cute.
Aw.
I really can't say I learned my lesson, though, because, believe it or not, we met on Craigslist. But that's a story for another day.
Okay, well, you better write back in, bitch, because now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I'm screaming.
Whoa.
So traumatic.
That was,
Oh my God.
an insane
Not
story.
Jim still going.
Still
Okay,
at it.
80 years old and these fucking hogs are still untamed.
Yep.
Can you just
No,
chill
they'll
the
never
fuck out?
learn.
Yep. Isn't that
How much
nutty?
therapy do you think you'd need for that?
The limit does not exist.
Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Well, and then he was like a stalker. He wasn't.
Right.
I
It
know,
like
and then
turned
that
out that he was just a stalker from the start.
Oh.
Yeah, he was. He was just a stalker. He was a really
That's what it, yeah.
fucking calculated stalker.
Well, that's
Yeah.
just so predatory too. Like you're
Yeah.
going to any means necessary to get what you want.
yeah.
That's so crazy. I
And
always
if he
think,
wanted
like-
to, he would, ladies.
It's,
No, that's the truth.
it's so scary.
Like, what was his childhood like?
Bad, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I always think that.
Okay, fuck. Now here's the thing, Kate. Are you ready to read?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Honks and Lee. The prompt is going to be a wild one. I can tell. Love to see it. I used to mess around talking to guys on chat rooms as a teen. I met a few of them who they were all okay, apart from obsession episodes, mentally ill Phil. There was this one guy I spoke to for 3 years from the ages of 18 to 21. We never met, but I found out through some kind of illegal detective work that he did indeed catfish me. He lived at the other end of the country, but we talked all the time and I saw him on a webcam because we'd Skype. Whew. We ended up in some ridiculous online romance, but something always felt off. He didn't like sending super clear photos, claimed he didn't have a mobile phone, and wasn't on social media, which was more believable in 2009. After 2 years, I said, "You need to meet me in person," and gave him a deadline. He got super pissed off and claimed he'd never meet me now because the deadline has tainted it all. After the deadline, we still spoke, but he refused to say we were anything but friends and shouldn't talk frequently. We'd exchange emails occasionally for a year after that and haven't spoken since 2012. A couple years after we'd last emailed, I got the urge to look him up on work systems to see if he was a client. Naughty, I know, but something possessed me. Well, guys, I found him and he was 6 years older than me and not the same age as me, like he'd said. 6 years is nothing in my 30s, but when I'm turning 21, he was nearly 30. And when we started talking, I was a teenager in school and he was a grown man in his 20s.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I felt pretty
Ew.
fucking violated, but I never reached out to tell him, especially with how I'd found out the details. Skip forward 10 years, I'm in a new job in a new country, and I'd get that weird urge to look him up again. Well, I found him, all caps, and he was living in the same fucking city as me, less than 1.5 miles
way.
away from my house. I felt all the blood drain from my body instantly. Had he seen me? Had we caught the same train? Walked in the park at the same time? It creeped me out for weeks. A few friends said I should contact him, but nah, not for me. If we crossed paths, I'm not sure I'd recognize him properly. And I mean, he was creeping on me when I was a teenager. He's also a liar, and he didn't want to meet me for years when we had the chance. So no thanks. It would be absolutely crazy if we did actually bump into each other one day, though. Can't wait to hear all the catfish tea. XOXOXO.
Okay.
And I'm screaming.
I love predators.
So, okay, so interesting. So something kind of funny, I feel like when girls are catfishing, obviously women can do it to be creepy too or whatever. But I feel like mostly like we're doing it to like kind of have a gag.
Yeah.
But men, y'all are going hard. That's crazy.
Every
Yeah.
time.
They're
Age does
stalking.
not matter. It's crazy. The amount of stories I've heard like that, like I'm mad. Like
There's so many like
when will
that.
they stop?
Okay,
Like,
because
when will you
Boston Kate's
stop?
coming up
I
now.
know, Boston Kate is coming
Because I'm
out.
about to start fighting someone.
No, because here's the thing. She's going to throw a bowl of hot clam chowder in your fucking face. And that's on
Because Kate is
period.
from Boston. She gets real worked up.
And,
I
and if she
do.
starts scraping her teeth, then you guys are going to be in for a real treat.
It's true.
God damn.
When will we know
Ew.
peace?
We
Never.
won't. And we won't ever
And
know
we
peace.
won't.
You're the next one, right, Honk?
Yeah. Catfishing, a radio story.
Hmm.
A little backstory. My now husband and I met on a message board for a local shock jock radio show called Toucher and Rich
Okay.
out of Boston back in 2007. Okay, now Kate is literally erect. There were about 30 to 50 or so active users, and we would constantly talk all day. At the time, WBCN was having promotional shows at bars all over Boston, and the DJs would stop by because it was a work-sponsored event. We would all coordinate going to these events to meet the DJs and party with each other. The DJs interacted with us, and we interacted with them, whether it was at a bar, at bar events, or through the message board. One day, this thin brunette chick with a great tan that you would assume isn't into shock radio started posting pictures and flirting with all the guys.
Okay, this is Kate.
Okay,
This is actually
Kate,
Kate.
what were you doing?
Okay,
in
am I
2007?
thin? Like,
Okay, yeah, Kate, stop, literally.
Okay.
Okay, why are there so many DJs in this episode?
I know.
I don't know.
Okay,
I wish there wasn't.
I know.
and I'm gonna scream in your face.
Okay.
Unless I'm clam chowder. Okay. Here's the thing. Brunette chick, Kate, with a great tan, Kate, that you wouldn't assume is into shock radio, Kate, started posting pictures and flirting with all the men, Kate. She went into the DMs of about 3 of them, Kate, and managed to get some relationships going, gaining the nickname Brownie.
Okay. Brownie.
So we couldn't think of, okay. She also connected with the third chair host on the radio show, Crash Clark. Okay, not that. She was very elusive at the events, though. She also had a reason why she couldn't make it, even when we tried to link up outside of the bar events. She would also claim that she did make the event, but couldn't find us. The meetup just didn't happen and kept going on for 6 months. We eventually found out that she had a secret, and one of the guys encouraged her to come clean. We had set up another gathering at one of the usual bars that she had planned to come clean with all of us. We arrived, we were looking around thinking she was going to bail again. Suddenly, a woman smuggling beach balls under her shirt comes walking towards us. She tells us she's Brownie. The dude she was catfishing towards a relationship was not pleased with her appearance. They did not date after that. She fell off the face of the earth. Tell Lee I said hi.
Okay.
Okay, wait. It's
okay.
She's a good friend. She actually met her husband at like a BCN produced event.
Yeah, met at an event. Now here's the thing. I feel like I'm confused.
I'm a little confused too.
I can't lie, I'm lost.
Okay, so we're all confused.
So here's the thing that I know. Clam chowder is a Boston thing.
Yes.
Okay. Tan is not a Boston thing.
Not a Boston thing. Flirting with DJs.
Boston.
Is kind of just something
Beach
that
balls.
happens. She's smuggling beach balls.
I think
Because she was trying to have big.
I think
bazungas.
I think that the smuggling beach balls under her shirt was a metaphor. I think that she was just fat.
Okay, I missed that. Because what you had me
She
picturing
just,
was
like,
a girl on the
looked-
beach.
I
taking
thought
beach
that
balls.
she stuffed beach balls in her.
No, I think that she just looked like she was smuggling.
a little
beach balls.
husky.
She was just a fat girl.
So she was packing pumpkins in her titty area.
yeah.
That would have
Wow.
made more sense.
Okay.
It's just,
There's a
how is
writer's
it-
strike
how is it
happening. It's
different?
okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
That's so true.
Okay.
not the dead voice. Okay.
Well, we got this one this morning. I haven't really proofread it, so we're all gonna read it together. You guys okay with that?
And that's on that.
I just opened it up and it popped up. Here we go. I left my husband of 16 years last year after years of, I guess, coercive narcissistic abuse. He was my boyfriend when we were in high school. I was a freshman. He was a senior. And it was intense even back then. You stayed together 16 fucking years. That's a long goddamn time.
Lord.
We broke up and then got back together in our 20s, reconnected on Friendster, gay story throwback, and it was intense immediately. We were always hot and cold and always fought, and I always thought it was my fault. Classic.
Mm.
I got into therapy specifically to become a better person and not piss my husband off so much, but ended up learning I'm actually lovable and don't deserve abuse, which led to me setting some basic boundaries and him next level losing his shit. Wait, real quick. That is crazy. She gets into therapy because she's like, you know what? I need to be a better person and better wife, and I need to figure out how to please my husband. And in
Wow.
therapy, she realizes that, wait a second,
I love that.
he is the one.
Yeah.
And
That's why we all need to
that's
be
good
working on ourselves.
therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Wow. Okay. April 2022, I moved out, but still kind of hoped he'd see the light and we'd live happily ever after. But instead, he'd toggle between worshiping me and being meaner and scarier than ever. He would scream and yell, broke TVs, chase me down the street, woke me up in the night to yell at me. And my final straw was this. He had started saying weird things to me that made me feel like he was reading my mind. Basically knew things he shouldn't. Would say works for work, something.
Word for word.
He would say word for word something I story replied. Ask if I thought about using highlighter after I asked Reels about using highlighter. Okay, that's wild.
Okay.
I tried to call him on it a few times, but he'd either lose it. How dare you fucking accuse me of that? Or he'd most commonly try to convince me that I am becoming delusional.
He sounds hot.
This is so
Yeah. Is
scary.
he single?
He is single.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kate.
Anyway, cutting out how, I found out he was spying on me on an old broken phone I left when I moved out. He had it repaired,
Okay.
and I was logged into everything. So the real story. I finally realize we're done, and I'm anxious to move on. I meet a guy on Hinge, and he's perfect. Just made for me. The conversation is perfect. I think we all know where this is going.
And I hate it.
I tell my friend that I'm amazed because it's like he beats me to the punch on all topics. We connect fast and talk about meeting. I was so excited. We were having amazing conversation when he suddenly turns things very sexual. It made me sad because I was thinking I met my next love, but I also had only really experienced men that were first and foremost interested in sex with me, and I had always gone with what they wanted. Like, I can't resist the next hit of their admiration, even if I have to pay with something I don't really want. So basically, she doesn't want to do this, but she's doing it because she feels like she has to do it,
Mhm.
and she's, whatever, giving into the thing. Okay.
So real.
Yeah, so real. He drops exact. Okay. Wait. Blah, 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 blah. Next thing I know, I'm texting with this dude and feeling like I'm back in my old same position of giving a dude what he wants. And then he drops exact phrases my ex said to me when we were together, called me the same specific pet names no one would know. And it was my fucking ex. And he wanted me to know. You are not safe from this man.
No.
I just got anxious.
He made it obvious, just like he did when he spied on me. It was about power more than information. I confronted him. I don't know why I bothered. He cried and said he was sick and sorry, and then 2 days later said I made up the whole thing.
Wow. This guy's a fucking
Damn.
I know he spied on me since. Weird things like he always freaks out on me if I've just hung out with a guy, but there's no reason for him to know. I've done everything I can to protect myself. So maybe I'm paranoid. Maybe it's still going. Eventually, I got him to admit it. I basically gave up my fight for our house in a trade for him admitting he catfished me. It was worth it.
Oh my God. I'm scared for you though, dude.
That's really scary.
That's fucking scary.
Yeah. It is fucking scary.
See, and that my thing is like, okay, you obviously have like proof and stuff. Like, why can he not go to jail?
right.
Or I mean, at very least, a restraining order.
Literally.
Right.
At least.
Yeah, like those are all grounds for a restraining order. You think he's spying on you?
Yeah, because
Oh
honey, you're
my
about to get fucking
God.
and murdered.
Yeah.
So
that's
I would fucking get on it.
scary.
What the fuck?
Dude, he has a fucking close hold on her.
Yeah.
No, that's horrifying and scary
Yeah.
and venomous, and I don't like that at all.
Not him being sad and crying and then 2 days later being like, you made that all up. Well, he's unwell. He's so unwell.
He's
So
unwell
wild.
and so scary.
Lots of a laugh a minute this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in judgment. I can't.
Yeah, it turns out all the catfishers are stalkers.
They're just
Yeah.
all rapist stalkers.
Yeah.
You have to be like severely mentally ill to catfish.
It's very
Okay, and
I was
stones were
11.
thrown. I'll see you on
I was
something with
11
it. So.
and I wanted to be friends with my brothers.
At a big age, okay? You have to be.
But I'll tell you one thing. One time I was trying to do my catfishing bullshit and I accidentally texted or I messaged from like the wrong thing. And the guy was like Harper. And I was like,
oh my God.
What do you mean?
You're like,
You texted from the wrong
I
thing.
was with, I wish I could fucking call Sarah right now. Cause I don't fully remember it, but we were like lifeguarding over the summer together and we were like fucking with this guy that we worked with. And the fun thing about me is I had a burner phone, so my mom would always take my phone away.
Okay.
And so we would like fuck with people from that phone. But one night, I can't remember if it was like through my phone that my parents had bought me or through Sarah's phone, but we were messaging this guy again and we were just saying like insane shit. Like, I know you want to taste this titty nectar or something. Like it was like something like unhinged.
How old were you?
And then I'm too old. like 16, 17. And then we're just like, oh, Michael's going to shit himself, like whatever. And then he was like, wait, what? And he like knew who it was because we used the wrong phone.
Ooh,
And I was like, okay.
that is.
And
hard
that's
to
And
get
in the
yourself
end, as a
out of that.
catfish, you always get caught.
You
That's
always
the
get
thing.
caught.
You
Always.
okay? Don't. But you
And I did get caught.
No, and that's true. And that's on Austin.
That is on Austin. You always get fucking caught catfishing. It always.
It comes back. You think, oh, no one's gonna know. But my
No.
thing,
It's
and this
just
was happening when
weird.
Gabby and I were prank calling. We were prank calling so okay. No, that's a
That's
cat.
which is
so
a form
fun.
of which is a form of catfishing.
I want to speak on. Okay, so Gab and I. Did you know this? We were
Yeah, during the pandemic,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We were prank calling so.
That's so
often.
fun, though.
Okay, girl, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about me. I get like too amped up and like too excited about it.
I can see
And then
that.
I'll like start like telling people, I'm like, oh my God, like we just prank called so and so.
Mm.
And I did that to someone that I thought I could trust.
And you told them
No.
immediately.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, it was us. Like, haha. Because we were prank calling everyone in the comedy community. And then
The fact that we've done it a few times on this podcast and those people haven't figured out.
I know, I don't
You can't tell
understand.
anyone. You can't trust anyone in this town.
It's so fucking
Kate,
true.
and here's the thing. That's so true.
So
Yeah,
true.
That's what I've
I was
learned.
naive.
In Boston, you can trust people, but
In
not
Boston,
in
you
LA.
can trust anyone.
Because everyone's scraping the teeth.
LA.
It's so
I only
true.
tell you guys my secrets for real.
Well, and then we come on here and we tell them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and that's an enema. And
Okay. Again, one time. I
Okay.
digress. Okay.
Here's the thing.
okay, so catfishing is scary and sad.
It's really sad.
And I'm gonna say something to you guys.
I can't stop thinking about that
please.
first episode. That
I-
first one.
No, they're all fucked. But here's the thing. I now kind of feel dumb that I didn't really fully like predict how dark they could be. So I was just like, oh, that's gonna be so funny.
it gets dark.
And then as we're reading, I was like, oh, I had
Yeah.
to move 5 times and he keeps haunting me. I'm like, okay.
Honestly, I came into this one not thinking it was going to be as dark either.
Okay, really?
Right,
Yeah.
we're all
I-
just like so bummed
I
out
know.
now.
But here's the
I'm
thing,
just like,
Kate, I don't know if we've told
Yeah.
you this about our podcast, but it doesn't matter the theme or like the topic of the camp stories.
yeah.
My camp counselor me with a dead fish next to my brain. And
Oh,
you're
don't
like, what?
don't
Like,
worry. I want you to
Okay, I
know that
love
we're
that.
gonna read this on the Patreon. My
I was-
grandpa, the wanted criminal who raped me. So we'll read that over on
Okay.
Patreon.
Okay, so if you guys are ready to come,
So
get
those
on
are
over to
the-
Patreon.
Those are some fun things that are happening over there. But okay, wait. We have another one for Kate to read.
Okay.
Maybe this one will be funny.
You know what? We're gonna see. So we've got this one. Sad Lil Conboy.
Oh, great. Okay, can I go?
Yummy. Literally.
Okay. Hi, I've never written an email. Okay, so I dated a guy about 6 years ago in Seattle. Let's call him by his base name, Adam Dean Feinberg, known as different
Okay.
versions of that name in different states. Anyways, absolutely smitten. It was my second day after I moved to Seattle. I'd gone kind of on a whim and got there with about $20 after the drive up there. So naturally, we matched on Tinder and made the mistake of just nonstop texting after that. He's actually the one time I've let a Tinder date pick me up. He seemed legit. We dated on and off for a little over a year. I say on and off because he'd frequently make plans and just not show, but have the most elaborate, insane, woe is me, sad boy excuses. He did seem to really have a lot going on, so I thought I was being patient, and when I actually was just getting worked, obviously. By the end, he had asked me to move in with him, and he said he loved me. I was even somehow willing to overlook the micro penis situation going on
Love.
and powerful internal alarm systems because I thought he was just so goddamn great. I get that micro thing might sound terrible. Straight up facts, though. Sucks to suck. Long story short, years go by and we gave up trying to date and became friends. Stayed in touch, and as he moved around from several cities and towns, in Colorado, Austin, Texas, where he said he'd had a daughter with a woman who tricked him into getting her pregnant. Because that would really happen to a helmeted bicycle riding barista. Somewhere in
Drag him.
Virginia, and finally Asheville, North Carolina.
Okay.
What is going on? He totally disappeared. Number got shut off. I searched for honestly a couple years online for an obituary or something that might explain whether he was dead or if this was simply just standard ghost behavior. I came up on a Reddit thread, a girl saying his full name and that she and 6 other women had been conned out of their
No.
property, bank account balances, and sometimes even places to live. They say he makes huge promises and then takes everything from them. Fakes whole ass lengthy relationships and just disappears one day and pops up in a different city. The post was quickly taken down, and later I found a Twitter page post with a girl who knows a few other people as well. Sometimes I wonder if other girls found out he never actually got me for for my catfish. What? I actually owe him $40 now that I think about it. He actually never swindled me for anything but my time. I like to think he thought I was hot and smart and charming. I'm told it's likely because I'm a bad mark and also poor. The motherfucker is trash and it sucks. A, that the Tinder swindler is already a feature presentation, and B, he's definitely out conning probably right this second, literally.
Yeah.
And C, can we just take a moment to acknowledge that he's using the same name over in his swindles? Thank you for listening.
Stupid.
Okay, literally stupid. Love that she never got conned. And it is because you're hot.
It literally is because she's hot.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
But also because she's poor.
Do you remember?
Right.
Okay, and that's on poor queens rise up. But do y'all remember? Did you? Okay, that's me stuttering by. Did you ever listen to that podcast called Dirty John or Dear John?
No.
I'm forgetting what it's called. So it's this guy. He was fucking up women in like Orange County, and he would go to the bars in scrubs and pretending like he just got off a long shift.
Stop.
And then he would like meet a rich OC housewife, like a divorcee, and then would just swindle her for her fucking riches. And he met this one just like bleed them dry. Speaking of bleeding, this woman the last person that he did this to, he was getting like very controlling, and like he started like tracking the kids of the divorcee started tracking him and whatnot, because like he would always take the mom's car because he was like going to the hospital to work and he wasn't, and they're like, dude, he's whatever. But the mom was so wrapped up in his scheme, and I believe it was the youngest daughter, and then her relationship with her kids got all fucked up, and then she was like, oh, like I'm gonna blow his cover, and then when she did, he tried to kill her.
Oh my God.
I know, and it was in a public parking lot and shit. It was fucking crazy, and he didn't get away with it, and then he's in jail.
Oh my gosh.
Literally.
The way like that these people continue to just get away with it, like she said, that he's probably still like swindling people,
Right.
Which is
But
just moving
how?
from town because they just
Okay, if a man ever asked you for money, you would say no, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I paid a guy $20 after we had sex.
Okay.
Because he said he needed gas money to take me home from the valley.
Yeah.
Okay, and
you
I
know
love
what?
that.
I had to help out John with a couple of things, so I did have to do that.
Okay, well, that's different. But if a man was like, hey, listen, I need like $1,000, you would laugh in his face, right?
Well, mostly because we don't have it.
because
But
I don't have $1,000. So if I had $1,000, talk to me then. I
Here's
do
the
not have
thing.
$1,000. I'm not
Okay.
going to give a man $1,000, but maybe I would.
Okay.
I think though, no, I just think like in the
They
heat
can't-
of these moments.
we see what you're saying,
Okay.
and we love to see it.
Okay, so Kate's not
And
getting
don't
to
ever
you.
ask me for
And
money.
the answer's yes. They 100% would.
And here's the
they
thing.
would get
Don't-
swindled.
And we would
Yeah,
get
they
swindled.
would.
I
Because
would
you
get
know what?
swindled.
That's funny.
It is funny.
I
It
can't
is.
come on here with nothing. I got to come on
Yeah.
here with
You gotta come on with
material.
the story.
Yeah. Okay. And I
Personal life
respect
is a
that.
flame.
It's just so scary because it's also like, think about you. It's like you spend so much time creating these different lives. Why not just commit to one with all that energy? Like you
Or-
could be successful.
Or get into neighborhood theater, because
Yeah.
obviously you
Come
love
on.
character work. So
Right.
why not just go that way?
It's so great. It's literally, you guys, listen to Scamanda. It's such a good
Oh, I gotta listen to
podcast.
that.
I
It's
still haven't done it.
literally about all of this. But
Kate and I are
people,
gonna be on Club Penguin later,
Yeah,
but
so
maybe we can put it on the
we're
background.
both single now.
you guys are,
So,
yeah, you
It's giving
are.
single and ready to mingle on Club Penguin.
Absolutely.
So you know, every episode we record and we go, I bet there's going to be some funny clips in here. And now I don't know what today's clips
it's so dark.
could possibly be. Yeah.
Hmm.
But here's one that could be a really good clip.
Okay.
Short and sweet. My friend told me a story about how he used to go on AOL chats as a 12-year-old boy, saying he was an 18-year-old boy. Somehow gets talking to a man named John. My friend gets this weird vibe, keeps going, and he sends the guy some dick pics. They end up talking some more, and he finds out it's his uncle.
Okay. A tale as old as time.
So this is a 12-year-old sending dick pics
To
to
his
his
uncle.
uncle.
to his uncle.
To his 18-year-old uncle.
Hmm.
No, he's saying he was.
No, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Okay, got it.
Right.
yeah. So we're all on the same page.
So sends the guy dick pics. They end up talking some more. Finds out it's his uncle.
Well,
Does the uncle? Sorry, this is my real big question. Is the uncle not like, hey, that penis looks a little young for 18? That's my main question.
wait, the uncle's saying that? Wait, are you saying that
My question.
the nephew would be saying
that
that's a weathered penis?
I'm saying that the uncle would see these pictures of this 12-year-old penis and go, hey, that looks a little young.
Well, I thought the uncle was catfishing him.
Yeah, I thought the uncle was the only one that sent penis.
My friend gets this weird vibe, keeps going. The guy sends him you're right. I was thinking the whole time that the 12-year-old was sending dick pics.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's almost like
the uncles just sent
Right.
his dick
no,
to
it's
his
the uncle
Okay,
pretending
right.
to be 18.
Right.
Yeah,
So I'm glad
it
that
would have
we're
been
all-
a good
My friend told me
clip
a
if
story
you
about
understood the story.
Now,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you know what? It's crazy how I read that. My friend told me a story about how he used to go on
That was so bitchy
12-year-old
and funny,
boy.
and it would have been a good clip. But guess what? No one was.
But he was 12 and he would say he was 18. And he gets talking to a man. So he is pretending he's 18.
So Gabby, we all understand it. So I don't know why we
Yeah.
keep repeating the same thing over
Okay,
and
so
over.
you guys get that he's 18?
No, and now we're
I
over
get
the
it.
story, and now
Yeah.
it's boring. So you just made incest boring. I don't know how you did it, but
Okay,
here's what I know to be true.
that's
So he's getting dick
Wow.
pics. But here's my other thing. How the fuck did he find out that it was his uncle?
Maybe he had like a
guess we'll
tattoo of
never
the family
know.
tree on
Yeah,
his
is there like a
schlong or-
family penis? Like, did he recognize?
Yeah, and all the family curves to the left.
Yeah,
and
he
he
goes,
was like,
Maybe he had a
Penis,
micro
penis.
dick.
okay, Kate.
Like the previous story.
And you think those
Yeah,
those
maybe.
Have you guys ever
run?
seen one of those?
I have.
Yes, one time.
Did you like it?
No.
I honestly feel like you would.
Okay.
She's kind of gives micro penis vibes.
And I did.
You well, that's
No,
because
'cause you
you're a
did.
little bit gay. That's because
I am a little bit gay.
you are a little bit gay.
Okay.
She loves a fucking micro
Okay, it
penis.
was one time.
Okay,
Everyone
stop.
needs to
Because we're going to that
relax.
Fletcher party tonight, and I'm so excited.
Okay, and I can't wait.
I know. And I'm screaming.
Okay.
Well, that was a
Honk-
hot one, Honk.
Well,
That was a hot one.
it was kind of a hot one.
Yeah. Honk said, here's a clip. Oh, wait. I'm actually going to
So
shit
guess
on it."
what? We have no fucking clips this week.
And guess what? That's fine. But here's what it is and here's what it doesn't.
Yeah.
There's some more questions for Kate.
Wait, did you read all your stories?
Do you have more?
We have some from Patreon.
Someone messaged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row on the Ask Kate a Question.
No.
Oh God.
And so it said, in her brief period of being gay, did she really cry into a vagina?
Oh my God. Was that you?
No.
No, I was. Can you imagine?
That was
Can you imagine I was making fake profiles? I'm the one
And you would.
catfishing.
And you would.
And then and then you get caught.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Do I have
Do
to
you
answer
think?
that?
I wonder
You
if
don't
any
have
of
to
our
if you don't
friends
want
have
to.
catfished
I literally
us.
will.
Okay.
Okay. I did have a girlfriend for a year. And is she the only person I dated that I'm not like embarrassed of? Yes. My family and friends are obsessed with her. Did she have BV the whole time?
Okay, what's wrong with BV?
Okay. Nothing.
Okay, stop. But
Okay, so
Literally
Kate
nothing.
doesn't like BV, which is bacterial
Okay.
vaginosis, which
And it
means that your
is.
pussy smells.
yeah,
So
but
Kate's,
here's the
I guess,
thing.
racist against BV.
I guess you were the man then, because why the fuck was she having BV? And
Okay.
is that tone deaf of me to call you the man in a gay relationship? Yes,
And
but
it
it's
is.
okay.
And it's
Who do
literally
you think was the
pride.
man- who do you think was the top or bottom?
Do you think wait? Do you think she was getting BV because it was your sister?
It's a good question. I'm not equipped
Wait, it
for
was-
this
it was her
podcast.
Wait, you're saying it was her sister that she was hooking up with?
Yeah, that's why she was
Oh,
getting BV.
right. Because it's like because the bodies they're mixing and it's
Honk,
yeah.
I think you're
okay.
like in another dimension today, but I don't know what's
literally
going
want to
on.
die.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not here today. I'm not feeling good, guys. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. Someone said, "I can move in. Can I move in with y'all? You are so fun. I pay rent, but do you skid?" That's the actual question.
Literally.
You can't move in unless you fucking skid.
Yeah. What's your darkest secret?
Say it right now. Hey,
I
Kate, say
don't-
your darkest secret right now on this public podcast.
I don't even know. What would it be? Do you guys know? I feel like you know everything about me.
I know it.
I do.
What is it?
It's this.
Okay.
No, Kate, it's this.
Stop. Okay, my darkest secret is that I did have to stop watching porn because it became like a lot of people get addicted to porn. Okay, stop
Gabby is,
yelling.
It's okay.
It's very true. I don't
And
know.
Lee
why.
is, so it's fine.
Right.
Lee's 100% addicted.
It's not
to
like I
porn.
was watching it every day. It's just like I had a boyfriend at the time and I couldn't like enjoy sex without thinking about porn. So then I was like, I need to stop. So I haven't watched it in 2 years. So everyone relax. And I'm not telling you the porn I watched. So you can all relax. It's not perverted.
It was
Kate's
just
not-
like sexual Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Kate was excited to do this podcast, and now she's saying, "Please don't."
I'm
ever invite me on this
literally
again."
She's
regretting
literally
it.
moving out. Okay,
It
I'm
was
screaming.
exclusively hypno porn.
Okay, don't, because you pissed me off when you started talking about
Oh
Lee does
my
love
God.
porn.
You do.
Ooh-wee.
Are
Okay,
you still
wait.
watching porn?
What kind of porn do you watch?
No, don't get him started, please.
Okay.
Don't get us
Because
started.
it's literally hypnotic porn.
I kinda wanna
And you get put
know.
into a fucking
True.
trance, and then you start like painting with blood on the walls, and then you're coming.
Okay.
So don't.
What's wrong with that?
Okay,
Sounds
Kate,
like
and that's why you need to stay off
That's
the
true.
sauce.
I feel like you
No.
would like that.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the story.
Please.
Okay,
Please.
Honks. Literally. Okay, Honks, I've got the catfish story of all stories. I am old. It was back when Yahoo Personals was a thing. Jesus fucking Christ. My best friend were both freshly divorced. We decided to give it a go, and worst case, we would have some good shit to talk about when we become old hags. So let's call him Scott. He started messaging, seemed intriguing, adventurous, pics of him on four-wheelers going nuts. I decided, what the fuck? After talking for a bit, he discloses he has arthritis. Okay, no big deal. He said his hand will cramp up when nervous. I didn't know that's how that worked, but whatever. Kid-free weekend, I love to gamble, so fuck it. So I make a fucking 5-hour trip to meet him at a casino in Louisiana. Okay. He offered to meet me in Texas, but fuck that. I needed an escape plan. Anywho, I walk in, call him. He's at the blackjack table. I see him. Walk up and notice this motherfucking liar has a walker, is using the backside of his hands, like the top of his hands, to hold his beer bottle up to his mouth. I'm thinking this is a joke because honestly, the back of his hands? The top of his hands.
I don't get that.
You guys, I'm going to read it again. I walk up to him. I notice this motherfucking liar has a walker. Okay, so he's older than he was saying. Is using the backside of his hands, like the top of his hands, to hold his beer bottle up to his mouth. Like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, not us all like
Doing the act
what?
out.
Okay,
Right.
literally, because I had to conceptualize what's happening. I'm thinking this is a joke because honestly, it's something I would do because I'm disturbed. Nope, not a joke. This bitch lied. I considered running out and ghosting him, but I didn't. I waltzed up, asked him why he felt the need to lie. He said I was really pretty and thought I'd be uninterested if he disclosed the truth. I told him I instantly lost all respect, not because of his disability, but because he was clearly an insecure lunatic liar, and told him I might have fucked if he hadn't lied. That was it. Never spoke to him again. Hopefully his next go around with Ol Yahoo Personals, he was honest. I also stayed and played the slots and won $8,000. So I actually ended up winning. Okay, that's it. Cheers.
Okay.
Okay, so he wasn't old. He was disabled. And so he had painted a different picture.
And I think the beer thing had something to do with his arthritis.
Yeah.
He was like,
So what we're learning today is that honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to not be a radio DJ in Toronto. And to not stalk radio DJs in Toronto.
Just be
Don't mess
fucking
with
real.
them. Yeah, don't mess with DJs.
Because here's also the other thing. Whatever weird shit people are into, as we've learned on this podcast, piss fetishes, poop fetishes, old fetishes, Kate. Just like whatever like you really have going on.
Anima fetishes.
Yeah,
Kate,
Lee.
All
But yeah, I
right.
just whatever
Lee.
you're really into, farting Gabby. I just feel like, you know, what it crying me. I just feel like whatever there is, there's someone out there that's also into it.
Yeah.
It's so true. So don't ever be ashamed of who you are.
Okay. And she tapped in.
That's
And
cute.
she tapped in.
You're welcome.
Okay, and that's on that.
She's giving
Okay.
inspirational today.
Okay.
Hey, honks and PP. This isn't super insane, and I'll try to keep it short. When I was the ripe age of 14, I was catfished, sort of. Let's call him Nipple. So I met this guy in my math class, and we started texting. In your math class? I knew Nipple was a bad person from the start, but I ignored it. We texted for a few weeks, and I found out he had a girlfriend. He claimed that she was just a crazy girl and obsessed with him, but he was single. That's what they all say.
They all say that.
I know. I was literally so dumb and naive. I mean, we've all been there. One day, we've literally all been there.
Okay.
One day I was sitting in church. Yeah, you were. When Nipple texts me that he's going in for open heart surgery and doesn't feel like he can fight through this surgery. Okay. So I'm fighting tears in church because I'm retarded and believed everything Nipple said. Okay.
And that's on retarded nipple.
He texts me like an hour later and says he's weak from the surgery, but he's okay. As if an open heart surgery can be fully performed and recovered from in 60 minutes. Well, why can't it be? This is some shit I would have believed too.
I'm actually gonna scream.
I do believe it.
Okay, no.
At this point, I
No
realized
one's
he was.
watched Grey's Anatomy, I guess.
Not
We're
even
looking at
saying-
18 hours of heart surgery.
This guy's out of his mind. At this point, I realized he was full of shit. So I befriend the girl he claimed was not his girlfriend, and she tells me everything. Lo and behold, the next day, Nipple is literally in class. Oh, but didn't he just have open heart surgery?
Yeah.
I'd still see that, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, you made such
Yeah.
a fast recovery."
Absolutely.
Right? You'd believe him.
Yeah.
That's my
Okay.
man.
It's literally my man.
Both of you
Yeah.
have confetti. Okay, let's carry on.
Yeah.
Your brains.
So
Right.
lo and behold, okay, he's literally in class after his alleged heart surgery, and I call him out for being an embarrassing excuse for a human. He denies it, and then texts me later after school to ask if I'd want to meet up with him at his friend's house. The audacity. I say no, and I block him. I later find out that it was not just him I had been texting, but his 2 other friends.
Oh, God.
What is going on? As well as him the entire time. I also found out that the day Nipple asked me to meet up with him, he and his prepubescent worm friends were planning to run a train on me. Okay, this is just
Oh
getting.
my
Okay, no, this
Because
is so bad.
if it's not a true classic catfish with a man, if there's not a plan.
Yeah,
involved.
right. If there's not a train,
Oh my God.
And she's 14.
his
Just
girlfriend.
having a crush.
This is so bad. His girlfriend and I stayed friends for another year, but she turned out to be almost as shitty as him. The company you keep.
Mhm.
She would tell me she was pregnant with his kids and then miscarried. Tell me about how she would suck his dick until it turned blue? Question mark.
Oh my God. I love doing that.
I've done it a lot.
I know you
It
have.
does turn blue.
Yeah.
It's
Bruised
when,
up.
When you suck so good, dick turns blue.
Put that on my tombstone.
Guess you guys wouldn't know.
You wish.
Turning dicks blue out here.
Yeah.
Sucking real good.
Mm-mm.
Before school, and showed me videos of Nipple doing back shots on her.
Oh my. Wait, they're
Ew.
14?
Yeah.
No, but there's kids like that. This in my middle school and high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always the kids that start like fucking.
She's 14. I wonder if he also is.
Maybe it sounds like they're in the same class.
I didn't know what
Yeah,
fingering
true.
was at 14. Okay, go on.
Okay, Kate, because it's giving pure.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you were
I was
pure.
begging to be fingered, but
And I was being fingered. I was
were
way.
being
My
fingered
virginity
at
was way
14.
lost by 14.
yeah, and that's a dark story
Okay.
that we're
I
gonna
was.
unpack
Yeah,
later.
I was already. I was way in it.
Okay.
Yeah, innocence
Okay.
lost is not something to rejoice, but okay. But all right.
I wanted it. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Well, that's what you say now, but okay.
so they're before school. He's showing videos of him coming on this girl's back. She would also have me bring tequila, put it in kombucha bottles to her at school. Okay, you want to know what this is all giving?
Bad.
It's giving sex and love alcoholics. It's giving. I'm out today.
Slaw is what you're trying to say.
It's giving
yeah.
slaw. It's giving Alcoholics Anonymous. It's giving I'm dead by
Yeah.
God bless the public education system and God bless America. Anyway, thanks for reading. I love all of you lovelies and I've listened to each episode at least 3 times over. That's a lot
That's so cute.
of times. Thank you.
Okay, write us back in and tell us what we've said.
Yeah.
Literally.
Tell us everything you've ever listened to on here because we can't remember, honestly. Okay.
Okay, I'm sick.
Do you think they're still together? How old are you now? I want to know how old you are now and if you have any contact with these people anymore.
She's 16.
Yeah, right.
That's so fucking crazy.
These men need to be behind bars.
Bars.
Because
and you
what
can
is
tell
that?
at a young fucking age who's going to be the motherfucker that's pulling this creep shit.
Absolutely.
The way he told her that he was getting open heart surgery, then shows up to school, then says, "Hey, want to come and hang out later?"
And it's his friends also messaging
It's
her.
horrible.
And they're going to run a train on this poor sweet angel.
I feel like I've talked about it on here though. The time that I told this kid that I had a crush on that I was hit by a car. So he would text me back, and then he never texted me back, and then I saw him at school the next day.
And that's the realest thing I've ever heard.
I said, "Hey, just so you know, I was hit by a car. I'm in the hospital," as if like my last dying text was going to be to this guy Todd, who
and it didn't go through
The
because you were
things
blocked.
that-
Yeah.
The things that we did for
Yeah.
attention is actually crazy.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, I remember, okay, so my home life was like fucked. And I this was just actually just a straight up lie.
Okay.
And one of my teachers was asking me like why I didn't turn in my homework or something. And then I was like, oh my God, well, it's just because like my mom's been away in Costa Rica. And then he was like, Harper, your
No.
mom works at the front desk. And I was like, well,
Stop.
that's news to fucking me, isn't
You
it?
were like, did I say mom?
And I was like, I meant my dad is gender fluid. I meant mom. You know, it
That
doesn't
is
matter.
news to fucking me.
Yeah, I said, well, I wish that fucking little spy would have told me what she's up to in her free time. Because let's get her on out of here, please.
Yeah.
But I know, I mean, whenever I like had a crush on a dude or whatever, like my friends, we would always like be like texting him. Like from
Well,
like, yeah.
It's like when your friends help you sex the guy. To this day, I do that.
You were literally doing that the other night.
And I'm screaming.
Right.
The sex
But
that
I'm pure.
we should have had you read the sex on Patreon. Join us on Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
we
because
gotta get
that
real.
deserves a trigger warning because it's the most fucked up sex I've ever received. So
I know, but here's the
digress.
thing. It's
Oh,
given us
yeah, she's a really good sex story. Okay, can't
see it
wait.
on Patreon. Okay, guys, this was our episode with our special guestie, Roommate Kate. And Kate, I actually just realized I don't know your last name.
Are you serious?
What's your last
It's
name?
Lavrentios.
And the more
I'm
you know.
Greek. Don't forget it.
Okay, and that's on She's Greek. And most importantly, we're done. So here's the thing. Find us on Patreon. We love to see it. And follow us on Instagram at teatime42069. We post the prompts there every single week. Please unfollow us on Twitter. I don't remember the password to delete it. And if you like this podcast, send it to someone that you've catfished. Send it to someone that has the personality of a catfish. Hot. And tell a friend. And that's on that.
And subscribe
Tell
to
everyone.
our Patreon. And bye.
Oh, and the email address is teatimestories42069 at gmail.com. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you on Patreon.